Hello everyone! Today we F up by eating maggots, testing pepper spray, lying about height, and doing recreational substances. Please subscribe for daily videos with the best stories from all over Reddit. I've just hit 10 subscribers and that's awesome! Let's go! Yesterday, I arrived at my friend's house for a sleepover. We were chilling and decided to order pizza for everyone, since we were a bit lazy to make ourselves a proper dinner. We eventually got our pizzas and I specifically had a spicy chicken and cheese pizza with hot sauce. We put the boxes on the counter and went mad with our pizza. Turns out we hadn't properly closed the pizza box, so a few flies got in through the tiny gaps. Of course, we didn't think much of it at the time, since I only had 3 slices left and my friend only had 2 left. And I wasn't even gone long. I was full, so I took the pizza and shoved it into the oven overnight. So did my friend. Since we did not want to waste our food, we ate our leftover pizza for breakfast. I ate mine at around 10 a.m. and my friend ate hers at around 8. I finished the entire slice before I saw something. The cheese on another slice was glowing at an angle. I just ignored it, but then saw something move. I thought I was seeing things, but looked closer. There were maggots in the cheese. I, disgusted, threw out and spat out what was left. I brushed my teeth real good to ensure all the maggots were out of there. Then I got told that my pizza came with extra protein by Maggot's mother and sister. Needless to say, I won't be eating pizza anytime soon. OP. Please refrigerate food. I mean, not only pizza, all the food, please. Today, I effed up by telling a woman at our first date that her pepper spray is useless. So this actually happened today, a few hours ago. So a friend set me up with this woman because she thought we have similar hobbies and a similar dark humor. We met today at the first time for a coffee or tea. We were actually having a good time, or at least I thought so. We clicked right away and had a lot to talk and laugh about. After like an hour, she suggested to pay out our drinks and go somewhere else for lunch, and I happily agreed. As we were about to pay our drinks, she started searching her purse for her wallet and put various objects on the counter because she seemed like to have a bit of a mess in her purse. One of those objects was a pepper spray. I casually mentioned, after leaving the coffee, I'd consider getting a different pepper spray if you plan to defend yourself. This one is quite useless. For a bit of context, I used to test various of pepper sprays and tear gas in the military. We were stupid and young, but it was also kind of thrilling, and the product she has was by far the worst and weakest we tested. I just recognized the bottle because it was so bad and thought I should let her know that this is probably not the best option to go with. But she probably didn't know about that because, well, we just met an hour ago. After that comment, our conversation kind of died and she suddenly had a work emergency and had to go. It took me a few minutes until I realized that my comment was beyond creepy without any context. I am definitely not used to meet with new people. I hope I have not traumatized her. OP, I really hope that you reached out to the girl and you explained yourself, because it really seems like a huge misunderstanding and maybe you could be together, because it seems like you're good together. So today I met my online friend for the first time. I always told her I was a 5'5" as a joke, and she would always make fun of me because she's 5'6" and taller than me. I've known her for over a year and we decided to meet at a restaurant. I was sitting inside on a bench and she walked in. I stood up to greet her and she saw that I was not 5'5", that I was actually 6'6". I was expecting her to just laugh or punch me in the arm or something, but no, she looked at me and she got a scared look on her face and ran back out of the door. I go outside and I cannot find her, so I text her and call her and she simply doesn't answer. I waited around for an hour and she never came back, so I went home. She texted me a little bit ago, apologizing for running out like she did. She explained that she has a fear of tall people and she doesn't want to meet me in person again, which sucks because she told me that she would want to be more than friends if everything went good. A few years ago, I started a job at a company that was elite in its field. There was all sorts of tests to even get through the interview stages and then tests afterwards too. Typically aptitude, situational, etc. I was delighted when I got the job because it paid well, and although it was a relatively short-term contract, it would be great for experience, resume, networking, well, and so on. 2 weeks into the job, one of the managers, let's call him Dan, storms over to my desk and says that I need to take a substance test. I was told it was a random spot check, so obviously I wasn't informed ahead of time, so I couldn't prepare for it. Confession time. There may have been some recreational stuff in my system, which is to say, I was sweating bullets. So I go to the washroom and pee into the cup with a sense of foreboding, knowing I've just squandered this great opportunity and kicking myself for it. I swear off all recreational activities then and there. Fast forward 4 months and I haven't heard anything about it. The first 2 or 3 weeks were dreadful, expecting the worst, but then I just tried to put it out on my mind. In the meantime, I was transferred over to another division that was having some logistics issues. That's when I get called into a senior manager's office. Let's call him Jay. And I'm told that I've been doing a good job and they'd like to keep me around. And if I want to stay, then there are a few things that need to be sorted. This is when I'm expecting the hammer to finally drop. Then he says that the new role they're offering me is way more responsible, including health and safety. So that requires things like substance test and if I would be comfortable with that. Naively, I mentioned to him that I've already taken a substance test with the company, and yes, I do not mind. At this, he gets really confused and starts asking me a bunch of questions about it. Long story short, it turns out that Dan, my manager, was one who had been asked to take a substance test, who then panicked, presumably because he had something in his system, then decided that since I was new to the job and didn't know better, that he could get me to submit his test for him. Little did he know that he might as well done the test himself. So he got fired for the positive test. What I wonder is that if he was let go or he was actually promoted like it was planned to, because I think during this process they found out that he was doing substances. So I just wonder what is the final in this story. Anyway, thank you for listening, subscribe for more, and I'm glad that you are with me, and I'm so glad to be back. Bye!